Welcome to episode number 42. Today we're going to talk about personal taglines and why those are important, and I'm going to share you my personal tagline. Stay tuned. So the big question is, how do ambitious people like us, who grew up listening to the old advice of go to school, work hard for 40 years, and retire when you're old, create a life today that is meaningful, abundant, healthy, and brings joy, while also leading a life that is productive and full of achievement? That is the question, and this is the podcast that will help give you the answers that you're searching for. My name is Del Denny, and welcome to the Upgrade Your Life podcast. Welcome to episode number 42 of the Upgrade Your Life podcast. Today, I was thinking about personal taglines and why that's important. Now, I don't know if you have a personal tagline, a motto, if you will, but it's kind of a rallying cry, if you will, to be a little bit better. Now, if you've heard my podcast, if you've seen my videos, if you've seen anything in my office, you'll see my tagline, and it's this: learn, lead, live. It's so important to me, and it's a motto. It's almost a 3-step system to accomplishing anything. Now, the first point that I want to get to really dive into that is learn. That is an important core value of mine, is to always be learning. I love reading. I love watching videos. I love attending seminars. And I think that's so important. And obtaining information is critical for success. It's so important that we do that. Now, the second part of the tagline is lead. Leadership is one of the most important skill sets that we could ever learn. And too many people believe that, number one, are leaders born this way? Does it just come natural? And usually the answer is no. We have to work at it. And so leadership is important because we take what we learn, and that's when we apply it. Now, we can either lead ourselves or we can lead other people. But at some point, leadership steps in. So that is number 2. Learn, lead, and then live. Now, we're put on this earth to do great things. I firmly believe that. And we can either sit there and do nothing and be stagnant, or we can go out there and live our lives. And for me, I think it's important that we all live our best life. And I don't think we're going to do that by just sitting there and doing nothing. Now, too many people, I've used this analogy before, and I think it's important that I bring that back, is that, too many people let the past affect them. Too many people let the future affect them, and they don't think about the present moment. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. They think about all the cool things they did back in the day. You think about Napoleon Dynamite and Uncle Rico. If the coach only put me in 1982, I'd be sitting in the hot tub with my soulmate, right? We all know someone like that just lives in the past, and they're not living in the moment. But then we also see people that, look at the future, and they're like, well, I can't wait till 2021 comes. That's when it's going to be all right. 2020, this sucks right now, but hey, 2021, that's going to be my year. And they end up wasting, the next 6 months waiting for 2021 to come about. And we don't want to do that. And so that's my tagline: learn, lead, live. That when times get tough, I look to that tagline. As I'm thinking about the content to create for my listeners and my students and all that stuff, it's under that microscope of learn, lead, live. And so we all should have a personal tagline. And so here's what I would challenge you to do. Think of 3 words that are important to you. 3 words. What are 3 words that would describe you? That would describe your ambitions? And write those down and create your own personal tagline. Every now and then, what I like to do is have a little reminder that pops up on my phone that reminds me of that tagline, so it aligns myself back to my mission, is to learn and to teach. As I'm leading, I'm teaching what I learned. And I can't do that without living too. I got to set the example. So if I want my students to live their best life, guess what? Denny has to live his best life too. And so I do believe in living by example. So that's it, my friends. That's today's lesson. Learn, lead, live. I challenge you to create your own personal tagline. And do me a favor if you could. Subscribe to this podcast. Subscribe on iTunes. Leave me a comment if you can. I would much appreciate that. And tomorrow we have a awesome interview coming by Mike Tagman, which is about stress management. So it's really cool stuff. So anyways, that's it, my friends. Remember, learn, lead, and live to your full potential.